Yes, good morning, everyone. I hope you are able to hear me and you are able to watch my screen. So yesterday, second demo it was, whatever we have discussed, it's uploaded the video in YouTube, second demo. And now today is going to be our third and final demo. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to have regular classes, same time, 7:30 to 8:30. So let me go for explain the process of the training and placement, and then we'll move into another assignment, like how we have done yesterday. So Oracle Applications Technical Consultant. And that's the course which we are going to offer. As I said, it's going to be Monday to Saturday, 6 hours per week. We are going to have per week 6 hours. So it's going to be 24 hours, 24 to 25 hours per month. So in 2 months, we are going to complete the course. Two months, we are going to complete the course. During the course, we'll complete our syllabus, which is a real-time scenarios, real-time based components. We are going to do it. After that, resume preparation, interview preparation, FAQs. I'll give you the complete FAQ course, which is there in Udemy. I already uploaded that. This is the complete 6 hours of FAQ course. You will find it here. Okay. And then I'll give you the complete project details. What are the projects you have to keep it in the resume, and client names, whatever the client you would like to put it here. And we will have WhatsApp group during the interview preparation, or when you are working. If you get any doubts, we will be supporting you from here. This is, and I'll be explaining you the resume preparation, interview preparation, and also sample resumes we will be providing here. And then you can go through that. So someone will go for apply for the job here itself on their own. If someone says that I'm not able to clear the interviews, I would like to go for the placement process, then we will go for the placement process. The placement process we are going to. After that, there is nothing hiding the subject or nothing left here. Everything we provide in our training itself. Many people has got the jobs only with the training here. And somebody says that we wanted to go with these options, then you can go for our available the placement process that you can communicate with our admin. They will explain in the offline over the phone. They are going to explain. Yeah. So regarding that, any doubts you have, please. This is our admin WhatsApp number. In case if they are not lifting due to holiday today or any other reason, you can put the WhatsApp to them. They'll call you back again. Yeah. So any doubts here? Anybody would like to talk with me?
Sir, I am already working with EBS, but after that also you will provide the placement for us, those who are working?
No problem. If you are looking for the better opportunity, good package. Generally, I'll be explaining all this. See, basically, when we give all these options, Some people will get confidence. Yes, we will go ahead with the placement our own. We are ready to support them and we are ready to encourage them. If someone says that it's difficult for us, then we'll take into that. So
Okay.
how we take and how we do that, you can communicate with our admin. They'll tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Your voice is low. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, sir, actually, I have been working in the captive company, and I have nothing deal with this type of functional or technical. So, I
But
have
still, I'm
provided.
not clear with your voice. There is something wrong from your end.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now clear.
Okay. So, I have been working with the captive company, and that is in US retirement services. But I have not get any knowledge regarding technical or functional. I'm not sure whether I go with the functional or technical.
Hmm.
So regarding that, I just need help from you guys.
So you are not able to decide whether you want to go with functional or technical, is it?
Yes.
Functional, there are no openings, right? No jobs. Next 2 years, no chance. I don't think so, as per personal opinion. Then how the technical jobs will be there means technically always support is required for the clients. Even if we do not see functional jobs will be major, major when there are new projects, new implementations, when there are new implementations or enhancements. But I don't think so. Next 1.5 year, due to this market, there might be some new implementations or new enhancements. But technical, obviously, you need a support. The clients are required support for that existing issues and all this. So that's why it will be difficult. Now, in Oracle applications, DBA 0, functional almost 10% or 20% job openings are there. But the one major job openings are there in Oracle EBS is technical. Yeah. So
Sir,
the people who are not able to write. See, yesterday I written a program. It doesn't mean that you have to write that program in 2 days or 3 days and all. We will start a journey today, and we will be learning one by one. The only thing is, when you say I can write the code, then your job is there. Your job is there. So many people used to ask me, artificial intelligence is coming and all this all, it will be a threat for some percentage of software engineers. It will may impact. No,
yeah,
it will
yes,
not
I'm going
impact
to
for
ask.
the, it will not be impacted for the ERP consultants. I'll tell you how it will not be impacted. It may be little bit helpful for the developers because we have to how the requirement will come in the ERPs. See, so I'm a developer. Your functional consultant should discuss with the client. Your client does not have any idea about Oracle applications terminology. Once functional consultant discuss with the client, then gather requirement. After gathering the requirement, it required approvals from the client. Then you have to provide the logic. Excuse me. You have to provide the technical logic to the client. That also we have to get approved. If you say I'll follow so logic, client won't agree. For example, I have asked you to develop one program to show the invoice calculation for the taxes as well as for the discounts. You develop some program. But I'm going to review your code. I'm not interested to go with that logic because it may impact other programs. I'll tell that other programs because I'm working already in this project last 10 years. Okay. So that's why when the developer says that I'm going to follow this logic, means pseudocode, technical spec, when we submit, we need to get approval. Then we'll start development. Okay. So in any of this area, artificial intelligence may not replace here anyway. Yes. All right. So it may be helpful little bit to fast up your work. It is. That's why technical and coders will never get replaced with AI anymore. Yes. For example, AI has written one procedure, but still if you want to make some changes, definitely you have to understand the code, right? Developer is required. At the same time, clients generally will not use artificial intelligence in the core area. Core area in the sense, in the coding, development, security areas, they don't use artificial intelligence because if something goes wrong, then how it will be in future. So that's the reason. So there won't be any problem for this ERPs as well as others. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Will we be covering any basics of functional or is this purely technical?
It's 100% technical and 40% of functional will be discussed.
Okay.
Yeah. Procure to pay, order to cash cycle, business flow and tables and different component types. This is all we are going to discuss. It is. Yeah. And guys, that's about the training, options. What we are going to do it in the next level here. Yeah, next. So if you are okay with the basic SQL and basic PL/SQL, how to write simple program, then fine. Because the real time of that programming and all, I'll take up that. So I'll go for take up that. Yeah. So today I'm going to show you how to develop a report. Yesterday we have seen program development. In report also we'll write the same queries. So basic is SQL, whether you go for a report or a form or development of PLSQL program, this all we do it here. So let's say this is what we required output here. So I would like to have two parameters from date and to date. Between two dates, I would like to know what are the POs created, purchase order type, date of creation, and purchase order supplier name. This is the report output is required. So generally report means two things will be there, select and display. So why we required reports is, as yesterday we discussed, every day employees comes to office and they log in. And try to perform all the operations like creating purchase orders, creating requisitions, creating receipts and all, we are going to do that right here. Whenever we're performing all these options here, the data stores in the database tables. End of the day, I want to know how many POs created branch wise, how many POs are created last week, how many POs are approved, how many POs are rejected, what was the reason, who has rejected. It's all reporting is required, right? Day-to-day transactions whenever we are performing. So report is basically required when the organizations want to analyze their business, because the data, whatever we are entering here, it stores in the tables, right? So this information is going to be stored in the database tables. The client cannot understand information if it is in tables, and also you will find a lot of other information. If you see the table name, for example, these are requisitions. Okay, you don't have the records. Let me close this one. So it's showing clearly information is saved in these tables. But if I go to this table, what happened? Select star from PO header solve, right? Where, what is the PO number? Purchase order number 6802. 6802 is the purchase order number, right? Where segment 1 equal to this. This is your purchase order number. I can see. When this PO created yesterday, 19th April 2025. What type of purchase order? Standard purchase order. Okay. And I can see that here front end, what I mentioned, supplier name I specified. But in the table, what is there? Supplier ID is there. Front end, we entered supplier name. But after we entering supplier name, and when you save the record, it's saved into the table. Supplier ID is saved. Supplier ID is saved here internally. But client don't want ID. They don't want ID. What they want? They want the supplier name. Okay. So you have to find out which table supplier details are there. AP underscore suppliers, where vendor ID equal to supplier ID equal to 11. 11 means indirectly Advantage Corporation. That's what you given, right? Front end. That's, if you are able to understand this logic, then it's clear. Maximum joins are like this only. So information will be saved in the tables, but IDs will be saved because it's a performance issue. It will not be stored as it is into the base tables, right? Data. So IDs, it will be converted and stored here. Yeah. Okay. So we have to know what is the base table for that and what is the primary key. That's the that's the technical work here it is. So vendor ID is the primary key. So you need to join these two tables with vendor ID and get the information. Okay. So I'm going to develop this report. Go to report builder. In report builder, so report builder is basically to develop the reports. It's one of the requirement when we are working in the projects, report development, program development. So in report builder also internally it is SQL only. So finally it is going to be SQL and PLSQL. So data model is there. Data model is nothing but selecting the data from the database. Selecting the data from the database. Select segment 1, nothing but PO number, comma, type lookup code, nothing but purchase order type, creation date, nothing but PO date. From which table? PO header solve. You want to filter the data? Yes, that we'll see it later. Right now I'm selecting all the purchase orders. Username is apps, password is apps at the rate of yes. Simple query I have written. So in the data model, we are going to write the queries to select the data from the tables. From the tables, we are going to select the data. So data model is nothing but select the data from the database. Okay, next. Whatever data we have selected, that we have to display in PDF, Excel sheet, HTML, MS Word, PowerPoint presentation. That's what layout. Some client says that I want PO number here. Somebody says that PO number I want here. Right. So depends on the requirement. We need to design the report layout. So what we have to do is we have to take the frame here. First, we have to take the frame. Frame is for displaying the objects one time. For example, report heading, Oracle, EBS, R12, purchase order report. Whatever the objects you wanted to display one time, that we will put it on the frame. I would like to have the headings, report headings. This is for PO number. This is for purchase order type. Purchase order date. Supplier. Purchase order number. Purchase order type. Purchase order date. And supplier. So 4 columns we wanted to display. So when this is just frame is for designing the static information. Static in the sense fixed information. Headings, company logos, title, company address, terms and conditions. This all will put it in the frame. Then we go for repeating frame. We go for repeating frame. What is the purpose of repeating frame? Whenever we want to display, excuse me, whenever we want to display this data, we require a repeating frame. So here, what is your query name? Q_1. That is the first query, right? G_PO number. Go to properties, select your source here, PO number. So once we give the source for your repeating frame, then we'll display the columns. This is for purchase order number. This is for purchase order type. This is for purchase order date. Supplier. This is PO number. Select source, PO number, close. Next. This is purchase order type. Next, this is purchase order date. Supplier name still we didn't do that. Okay, we'll do it later. Just only heading will display. Still, we have not written the query to get supplier name, right? Yeah, that's it. So data model is ready. And then layout model is ready. Whatever the data we have selected, that we are going to display it in the layout. Now let's see save the report. Now this is the purchase order, PO numbers, PO type and date. But what happened, every page, I'm getting only 3 records or 4 records, not more than that. But actually my requirement is entire page data should be displayed. If we get more record, it should go to the next page, right? So for the 2 properties, we have to change for frame and also for repeating frame. Go to frame properties. I'm telling to the system vertically, it should expand when we get more data. Right now, I given only this much of width vertically. Vertically, I given this much of width. But if we get more data, it should expand. If we get more data, it should expand vertically. Horizontally also, I wanted to go for expand or variable. The difference between expand and variable is simple. Expand means if you get more data, it will be increased, but no question of decrease. If you get less data, it will not be decreased. At least fixed width will be there. But variable means if you get more data, it will be increased. If you get less data, it will be decreased. It is a flexible. Okay. So I said, okay, vertically it should be expanded, or horizontally it should be variable. Same thing for repeating frame also. Yeah. It's clear, everybody. Now I'm able to see the output. Yeah. Yes. I don't want this border lines. So we can say that no line. This one also I don't want no line. For this also not required. Even repeating frame also I don't want to have border line. Let's say no line. Now let's see the output. There is some gap between one record to another record, that also I don't want. So this you have to adjust. Yes. Okay. So I need this headings in every page. Right now, in second page, it is not displaying. Only in the first page. All these fields. You can use shift button and select multiple objects at a time, and you can change the property. Print object on all pages. Like this, we can display headings in every page. It's clear. Like this will have the properties that we are supposed to configure. Next. So I would like to have this data between two parameters. The requirement is I don't want all the purchase orders. I wanted to define two input parameters from date and to date. Between these two dates, whatever the POs are created, I want that output. So go to report builder. Here parameters you have. Create two parameters. First one from date. Two parameters. So parameter means user can pass the input. So I'm passing. You can also set which format user can pass. DD, MY, and RR. Go to data type and input mask you can provide like this. So user will pass this input and then use that parameters in the query. Where class, where creation date between colon symbol we have to use. If I want to use the parameter colon symbol, I have p underscore from date and p underscore to date. Okay. Now run the report. When I run the report, it will ask you the input parameter. Yesterday we passed input parameter user ID. We discussed how to pass input parameters for procedure, and we have seen how to use that in the where class. We got it here. I would like to know what are the POs are created in April month 2025 to 20 April 2025. These are the POs. Only on 4th April, I want to know what are the POs created. Excuse me. 4th April 2025. What happened? We don't have 4th April.
You said between, right? Maybe that's the reason.
No, no. No, you have given 4th, right? You will put it 3rd April 2025 to 4th April 2025. You don't have POs on 4th. 3rd we have. Yeah. So this is how we create. Yesterday, I think we created 2 purchase orders, right? Let's see that. Yesterday it was 19th. Today we have not created. Yeah. 2 POs are created 19th. So like these input parameters we can define. After that, we can use that input parameters in the query for filtering purpose. So here, basically, when you are good in SQL, development of report or development of program is not a complex in Oracle applications, actually. Okay. So when you are attending for these sessions, if you are clear at least basic of the SQL, then we can give you the training, how we can go for build the SQL things. 1 week training, that is sufficient. I'll put the effort of the real time, whatever we discuss, whatever we do regularly. Okay. Now I required supplier name. So what I'll do is I have to join this table, AP underscore suppliers table. Excuse me. Alias name I can give suppliers. Write the where class. Already where class is there, so I'm writing another condition. PO header sol dot vendor ID. That is the join condition. Vendor ID. Yes. Alias name we have to give. There also we have to give. We are using alias names, we have to use this. So we selected supplier name, display this supplier name here. This is your supplier. Now we see. We are getting the border line because we have not removed it, right? So if you are able to understand this report designing, we can, this is very basic. Generally in the training, it takes at least 2-3 days time. Minimum 20 to 25 reports we are going to develop and customize in our training. So obviously it will be clear. Yes. Right. Yeah. So it's clear, everybody. This is what actual our work, our technical work and the entire syllabus it is going to be.
This is the only normal select query, right, sir?
Yeah.
Select query in SQL Developer.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, in later, after this demo sessions, can we connect these reports via XML and concurrent program?
Yeah, that is simple. See, XML concurrent program, if you do it 2-3 reports, it's a standard process. But query writing is a dynamic, right? Depends on the
Yeah.
requirement we have to write. In the deployment process, it's very simple. Development only important, right?
So, sir, basically, we have to work in technical. It means this report generation and taking out the main required data from the database.
Yeah. Yesterday we did, right? Programs.
Yeah.
And this one here. Okay. Yeah. So this is about the second demo what we have done it here. Excuse me. So third demo. So that this also I'm going to post it in YouTube channel. You can access from here. So you can communicate with me any doubts you have right now regarding the subject or any other process. So tomorrow will be our first class. It's going to be. So first we'll start with Oracle applications. Meanwhile, we'll also start with SQL, PLSQL. Yeah. If somebody says that we are not learned SQL and PLSQL, yes, we start that process parallelly. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Let's see you
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, tomorrow on the different meeting ID. Let's see you the same day. Thank you.
Thank you.